Hello, everyone.
Hi, guys.
Welcome to Trail Talk.
We are here.
Yes, we are. Despite confusion behind the camera,
We're pretty sure we're here. Pretty positive.
Yeah. Welcome, guys. Welcome to. And Mary is back with us today. Yay.
We're together
and
again.
I'm here. Yeah, we are
We're back together
again. So we know y'all have been dying.
We have been.
Yes, we have. So today we're in our classroom studio. And here at the Chisholm Trail Heritage Center in Duncan, Oklahoma,
Yes,
as
ma'am.
always. And today we're going to talk about Oklahoma Vacay destinations, day trips. And we're going to consider our starting point, Duncan.
We might as well. We're here.
Right.
We're here. We might as well start here.
So we're going to give you guys some fun places that you could visit and just take a little day trip. You know, maybe you don't have a full week of vacation.
Right.
Maybe you just want to stay home and just go places and come back to your house every night.
That's right.
I mean, you know,
No place like your own bed at
right,
night.
right. Plus, I mean, 2020 was a crazy year. Maybe you don't have a lot of extra vacation money this summer.
Yep.
Well, we've got some very fun things that you
Great
can go do.
ideas.
Yeah, some really fun stuff. So let's just go ahead and get started, Mary. Let's
All
go
right.
to our
Jump right in.
yeah. So the first place we're going to talk about is the Wichita Mountains. Now, we are not going to dive deep into the Wichita
Right.
Mountains.
Just kind of an overview.
Yeah. Because that is going to be a whole lesson by
In
itself,
itself.
I think.
Yeah.
But as far as going hiking, I mean, hiking is so much fun. It's a great thing for
It's a great
the
activity. The whole family.
Whole family.
Right.
And the Wichita Mountains has, I'm going to say hiking for any ability, for
Right.
persons of any.
From beginner to expert.
Right, exactly. Because I mean, they even have like rock climbing with the whole rope and the,
Grommet.
yeah, yeah. and
We're not
what is-
rock climbers.
No, we're
as you
not.
can tell.
But
We don't know the technical
the thing
terms.
that they put in the rocks
Yeah.
to hold the ropes
Right.
and all of that. So, but here's Mount Scott, and you know, I don't know if you guys are kind of into this, like
This is
we
our
are.
mountain.
Yeah. But Mount Scott, the road was closed for a long time.
Long time.
And they were doing some work on it, and it is open now.
Finally back.
Yeah, and I mean, that's such great news. But Mount Scott, I mean, you can drive up,
Mhm.
you can ride your bicycle up if you like are serious bicycle person.
You'd have to be.
You can ride
Even
it
though it's
down
not
too.
Rocky Mountain
Yeah.
mountain, it's still a mountain.
Yeah, and you can ride it down too.
Yeah.
Um,
Dry your hair.
you better be an even more skilled
That's
bicycle
right.
rider.
Yeah,
If you're
you get
gonna
some
ride it
speed
down.
for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Kevin, my husband, did that one time and he was clocked. He was
I
like
bet it was
flying down that thing. Yeah. But the boulders and everything, I mean, you could climb right up
Mhm.
almost any side
Any
of
face
Mount
of it,
Scott.
right?
And you, as a rock climber, you have to pay attention because you will cross roads.
Mhm.
You know, you'll climb up to a certain level, and because
And
the road,
winds around.
right, you'll have to cross the road. So always be aware of someone on a bicycle or in a car who might be going up or down. But
Exactly.
yeah, but it is, so the Wichita Mountains, just for historical purposes, I'm just going to say it was established as a refuge for animals that were endangered,
Of extinction.
near
Mhm.
extinction, most notably the buffalo or American bison.
Mhm.
But now it's home to
Several.
buffalo, elk, longhorn cattle,
Mhm.
deer. They have some controlled hunts there for
Yeah,
elk and deer and
occasionally.
things like that. But at any rate, if you wanted to go hiking, you would always need to check their website
Right.
and make sure things are open, because during hunting seasons, they will shut down
They
the
won't be
hiking
open.
in the mountains. But they have numerous trails also where you can just walk through and see nature. Some are just very flat.
Lookout Point.
Yes, lookout points. The Wichita Mountains is such a fun place to go visit.
Mhm.
They have picnic areas, they have camping
The holy
areas,
cities over there.
the holy city is over there. I mean, that's a whole thing. In fact, you can make numerous day trips
Yeah.
to
you
the
could.
Wichita Mountains. But they are, they're the wildlife that we mentioned. They are free to roam. It is their home first. And it's,
We're visitors.
yeah, we are the visitors. So anytime you are hiking, climbing over there, and there are any of these large animals around you, do not approach them.
No, they're not tame.
No.
They're still wild animals.
Exactly. And just for your own safety, just, try
Be
to,
aware.
try to avoid the animals. Talking about the rock climbing, I thought this information was real, especially for those of you who are into or would like to get into rock climbing. So the Wildlife Refuge, the Access Fund, and the Wichita Mountain Climbers Coalition came together to support and make valuable climbing opportunities for visiting climbers. So, I mean, people come from
all over.
Yeah, right.
It's one of the most popular climbing destinations of the Southwest.
Right. Yeah. So it's a really great
It's a
place.
well-known spot.
But there was concern by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife
Mhm.
Service that perhaps all of the rock climbing would just,
impact that.
disturb some of the habitats and things like that. Soil erosion and proliferation of the fixed anchors. That was the word I was trying to think
I know,
of, the anchors.
I had a much more complex word in mind. I was trying to make it a lot harder than it was.
So anyway, the partnership with the climbing community they are able to ensure open access, minimal regulation, and a healthy environment to be part of your climbing experience at the refuge. So they're really catering to climbers.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so this is our first day trip that we want to tell you about. It's free.
Yeah,
That's
better than free.
Right, exactly. And how far? what do
Getting
you
out in
say?
nature.
Maybe 45 minutes to an hour.
From here to the top.
Yeah, to the top of Mount Scott.
Right, yeah.
But there are places to park at the bottom.
Mhm.
Now, if someone in your party doesn't want to climb, they can take their car up to the top of Mount
right.
Scott. There are tons of parking places up there.
Oh, yeah, tons.
And they can hang out. It's easy to climb around on the big boulders and
Yeah,
things
it's
up
not
at the
real,
top.
I mean, you don't want to let your children loose, but it's not just a treacherous
Right.
overlook.
And there's a lot of wildlife. Our family was up there. I mean, this was years ago. AJ was probably 1 or 2, and I was holding him, and I looked down, and one of those brightly colored lizards, mountain boomers. One of those mountain boomers came running right at me, and all I could think was, if that thing goes up my leg, AJ is, I don't know where he'll land, because I will be.
Holler at Kevin to catch.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, I didn't have to do that. The mountain boomer went on, but they are some of the most beautiful lizards. I mean, they are just
so
like
brightly colored
blues and yellows, and they're very pretty. But I prefer them to stay a little further from me.
Don't really want them close up and personal.
But I mean, you never know what kind of awesome things like that you might encounter. So anyway, go visit the Wildlife Refuge and do some hiking or mountain climbing.
Fresh outdoors.
Right. All right. Now, the next place we're going to take you to is actually just down the road from the Wichita Mountains. The Medicine Park is a community.
It's beautiful over there.
Yeah, and it's at the base of the Wichita Mountains. In fact, they have a base camp place there where you can rent climbing, bicycling, or like even kayaks, canoes, things like that. But that Medicine Park has an aquarium, and I love the backstory on this aquarium. So in the early 2000s, the city of Medicine Park wanted to kind of recreate who they were.
Right, revamp.
They were, let's see, the city was founded, in 1908.
Yeah.
And it was Oklahoma's official
resort town.
Yeah, first official resort town. And
it reminds me of kind of like a Breckenridge, Colorado. I don't know why it does. That does.
I've kind of went on a little side journey while I was investigating all of this, and there are so many Airbnbs over there,
Really?
cabins that you can rent, or just single rooms you can rent in people's homes that
Right.
have, the rooms have access to their own entrance and everything. I mean, beautiful places for, like, I saw cabins for up to 8 people or just like 1 or 2 people.
Yeah, there's
So-
a lot nestled up in there. Whenever you start looking around and inside, you can see there's houses and cabins
Mhm.
just hidden around up in the Mount Scott area.
Yeah, I mean, anyway, at Medicine Park, I think it would be a super fun place to go, even spend a long weekend.
Right. You can
In
make
one
a
of
full
those
weekend of it.
Airbnbs. Anyway, I digress from the aquarium. So about 100 years
Yeah.
after they were founded, they
It's
thought,
it's time for us to
little
kind of
facelift.
Right, exactly.
Facelift,
I like
yeah.
facelift.
Little facelift. Anyway, so they contacted a Lawton native named Doug Kemper, who was completing work on the Oklahoma Aquarium in Jinx, which is super fun
Huge.
aquarium. And the dream of a native wildlife zoo and botanical gardens began then. And in 2009, the dream began to take form, and they opened in 2017.
It's a lot of years
Right.
of development.
And this is the thing that I think intrigued me the most. The ideas and everything started in the early 2000s. 2009, they got a serious direction. 2017, they opened, and they have at least 25 years worth of planned expansion from
their
2017
opening.
I mean, what a vision. Kudos to the community members
And Doug
of Medicine
Kemper.
Park,
Right.
who just have done so much work over there and still have all of these years of work
to see.
to go. I mean, I love that. So this aquarium, this is their little sign. So if you see that, you're headed to the right place. Is at the foothills of the wildlife refuge. There is a wildflower and butterfly garden, which sounds super pretty and cool. An electric eel feeding station.
Right.
Yes, I want to do that.
Turtle Town.
Oh, no, not a station, a demonstration.
Demonstration.
So that means probably not everybody can feed the electric eels.
No, it's probably done by a professional.
Right, yeah. Do not try this at
Leave
home.
these to the
Yeah.
professionals.
Turtle Town, where you can feed the turtles.
And I bet this next one is right up your
Oh,
alley.
yeah, river otter exhibit. I had to put a picture of a river otter
Edie loves
because
the river otter.
I love them so
They're so
much.
playful.
Very cute. So they have several kinds of wildlife. They focused on species, most of the exhibits are focused on species only found in Oklahoma. And they have tons of fish, sunfish, true bass, catfish, trout, pike, perch, a biodiversity exhibit, Jurassic fish, and marvels and mysteries, which I don't know what that is. It's a mystery to me.
Sounds like maybe fish that have been yet to be named.
Maybe so. Maybe you just need to go and check it
figure
out.
That's right.
Yeah. But I just think that this sounds like such a cool place to go visit. Of course, kids, grandparents. I mean, this would be
perfect.
such a fun trip for you
Perfect.
to take your kids to. So they have a fishing camp going on this summer.
I saw that.
At that, I thought that this sounded very fun. At ages 8 to 14, you go, you don't even have to have
You don't have to have
a pole,
No,
anything.
they provide it.
And they take you fishing based on your
Skill
level, your skill level. So if you're a kid or you have a kid who they've been fishing all their lives, they're not going to need as much help, but maybe they're going to learn something about maneuvering or how to move their bait a certain way, or places to look for
Right.
a honey hole, as my kids would say. Anyway, it's $35 for a 2-hour session, 10 a.m. to
And that's
noon.
just really not that bad when you think about it.
It's not, because
Everything provided.
yeah, snack and drink is provided
Mhm.
in addition.
I know.
So anyway, there's one every week or so. You can find this information out if you go to the Medicine Park. Well, I didn't put that on here. We'll
Oh, that's the
put
picture.
we'll put the websites where you can
In our comments?
Yeah, in our comments section. We'll have all that at the end. But anyway, the price. Oh, they're open 10 to 5 every day except major holidays.
Right.
And adults are $10, seniors $8, youth 6 to 12 are $8, 3 to 5 $5, and military is $8. So anyway, go check out this aquarium.
They also have an annual membership, it says too.
Oh, well, there you go. And group rates. So yeah, a lot of ways that you could get a group together and go see that place. I'm sure they probably have an education program,
They may.
where they teach about these
Kinda like what
specific
we do.
animals.
Yeah.
Exactly. So anyway, go check out this aquarium in Medicine Park. And Medicine Park, for those of you who are not familiar, if you're going from Duncan over, you go through just right next to Medicine Park, right before you get to the Wichita Mountains.
Right.
So from here, it's a drive-by. You go there first
before you get to that.
Yeah. So anyway, that's another great day trip. So now we are going to talk about a place that's right here in Duncan.
That's right.
The Stevens County Historical Society Museum.
And I think they've been on before here.
Right.
Right.
Kova Williams is the executive director there. She came and did a lesson last summer about the Duncan store. She has a lot of history.
A lot of information.
Oh, this place is so full of cool exhibits. But they cover like anything in Stevens County pretty much.
More regional type historical.
Right. Their building, this is one of the WPA buildings. It was built in 1936 and 37. And the thing about the WPA buildings,
One out of 38.
One of 38 of 51.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on the National Register of Historic Places. And so they have a certain architectural style. They were built, it was a program to give people jobs
During that time.
following, well, I guess leading up to, during the 30s, after the Great Depression, or during the Great Depression, really. It was our government, one way the government was incentivizing people to work and giving
Kind of build back up.
compensation, for their work. So anyway, it was a really good program at the time, and left our country with some jewels.
It's still standing.
Like this, yeah. It's very large, and she has this amazing Halliburton
Big
memorabilia
Tons of Halliburton.
section. There are parts about the Duncan store. There's
Their new section.
yeah, they have a new exhibit, Rhythm and Routes Jukebox. So this is probably a very fun, she's got Duncan High School.
Kind of like a soft pop looking area.
Yeah. And this is the picture of Earl P. Halliburton, the Flying H over there. That ended up a little fuzzy, but this is just a small piece of all of the Halliburton paraphernalia. There's a Cementers archive, and the Cementers were, that was the Halliburton Cementers Baseball Club, a semi-pro sandlot style baseball
20s
team.
and 40s.
Yeah, the 20s and 40s. It was, the players were local Halliburton employees, and sometimes that might be how you got a job. Is if
Based
you had
on your
some-
baseball ability.
If you had some baseball skill, you might get a little old job there at Halliburton. And in the 20s to 40s, that was a time when people were looking for work.
Right.
Anyway, a man named Roy Peaches, his nickname is Davis, went on to play Major League for the Cincinnati Reds.
Yeah.
So
He probably got a good job at Halliburton.
Right.
Yeah. Baseball skills.
Right. Yeah. He got to pick which
That's
job he
right.
wanted. So she has all sorts of really cool exhibits. I want to show you this next slide. So
Look at
This,
all-
this is going to be the newest exhibit. She has, rotating
Mhm.
exhibit, like we have artists, have
Right.
featured artists that rotates. She has art. She actually does have an art collection, at the,
Historical Society.
yes, but, a rotating exhibit right now, I think it's through maybe today or tomorrow. I guess tomorrow. She's only open a few days a week.
Mhm.
But it's 100 years of Kiwanis,
Oh, okay.
which, I mean, I guess if you haven't been over there, it might be too late to see that one. But, tip of the hat to our local Kiwanis Club.
Oh,
They work so hard every year. They've done so much, and Kittyland is
Kitty
open.
Land is roaring again.
They opened last weekend, I
They had
believe.
I think they had a kickoff with their 100-year celebration as well.
Yes, and Kittyland is just adjacent to
Parking lot.
of the Historical Society Museum. So, super fun place to go. But across, I believe it was across Highway 81, like where the city pool is. I'm not from Duncan from back in this day, but there was a Duncan Zoo.
That's just amazing.
Yeah,
This
there was.
picture says 1953.
Right, there was a zoo, and you can see, this looks like these are big cats.
Yes.
Not so different from Tiger King cats.
Yeah.
These look like lions.
right
Yeah,
there.
and you have a group of school kids
Coming
here.
through.
Yeah, coming through, very well. There's no way the kids and the cats are going to get too close to
No,
each
A
other.
lot of chain link
Yeah.
involved.
This bear, and then here is a picture of a little
Is that a
monkey. Mhm. Yeah, that was also, these are all animals in the zoo. My dad when he was a kid, he
Uh-huh.
lived here. He's talked about this
Going to the
zoo
zoo.
before.
Huh.
And anyway, this is going to be her newest exhibit. I may be completely wrong on where it was located, but for
It
some
makes
reason,
sense
I feel
that
like it
there'd be
was.
space there
Mhm,
for
it was
it.
right there. I think
And there's
that
some
big
buildings,
concrete,
yeah.
the big concrete thing that's just on the west side of the pool parking lot
Uh-huh.
where they used to have that drive-through Christmas
Mm-hmm.
thing. I feel like those slabs are part
Part of that
of
old
that.
zoo.
Now, if I'm wrong, please put it in the comments, correct me, because I'm not gonna be.
Flying off the
offended.
seat of our pants
Right,
here.
right.
To us, it makes sense. That's where we would put a zoo.
Right, but here's the big thing, the admission is always free.
Yeah.
It's always free to go.
No matter what exhibit is going on.
Exactly, so if you just want to get out, maybe it's hot and you want to go someplace where there's some air conditioning, go visit Cova Williams at the Stevens County Historical Society Museum. I know she'll be thrilled
Yeah.
to have you come by, and I think you'll leave there with a great appreciation for all the things Stevens
Right.
County has had through the
All the
years.
history of
Right,
Stevens
and we will put their days and hours of operation. I think it's Friday and Saturday. It doesn't say that on the website, but I think whenever when I talked to her, I think that's what she said. We can
We'll get it all
confirm.
on
Yeah,
there.
but we'll get it on there. All right, and we saved, I'm gonna say the best for last. I'm just gonna
Well,
say that. Ta-da!
It's us. Come see us.
Right, the Chisholm Trail Heritage Center. We are at 1000 Chisholm Trail Parkway. Put that on your Google Maps.
That's right.
And find your way here. We're super easy to find.
Yep.
And we're just going to talk to you about all the different things that we have available for our guests. So this, of course, is our large bronze statue. Now from the road, you only see the back side.
Yeah.
So you need to pull on in that parking lot and come up and see, because your experience at the Chisholm Trail Heritage Center actually begins when you step onto
When you
out
pull
of
in
the parking lot. Mhm.
Right.
Yeah, you step onto, there's a big marker thing.
Monument marker.
Mhm. And it explains the Chisholm Trail a little bit, and then you can walk. Of course, you're going from north to south
Mhm.
at that point, so you can either do the trail backwards or you can
Start at the
yeah,
bronze.
just walk all the way over to the bronze. look at it.
There's
It's
a marker
by
right there.
Paul Moore, who is
An
a
Oklahoma
famous
artist.
Oklahoma artist. He does great bronze. This was at one time the largest bronze statue in Oklahoma. Now he has done one in Bricktown
Right,
about the
the
land
land
run.
run.
And it's considered the largest, but it's expansive. But if you go all the way to the south side, then you can follow the Chisholm Trail from its beginning in South Texas, and it winds
All
We're
right.
back. Ta-da. Anyway, we were just telling you how to experience the museum before you ever walk in the
That's right,
doors.
before you ever even come in the door.
Yeah, so you can find a trail on the ground, follow it, see the kind of the prominent cities,
Rivers, state
the-
lines.
yeah. So just get a little idea of where all the trail went. And then come inside.
You have to
Come
come inside.
You must come inside.
The point though, they can enjoy family.
Well, that's true. Okay, Scott is reminding us that we also have a lovely portico. So when you come for your day trip,
Pack a
bring,
picnic.
pack a
for lunch.
picnic lunch. We don't have any food or drinks available for purchase here. So pack a picnic lunch, an ice chest, and plan to eat out under our portico. There are picnic tables. It's covered. It's generally, if you know, here in Oklahoma, there's a stiff south breeze blowing. So
There's always something blowing out there.
So just come on for the day and enjoy yourselves. Come on inside.
Right, come inside, air conditioning, of course.
Yes, we have, what does it cost to get in here? Is it
It
like,
is,
I didn't
I
write that
know
down.
on our
$6 for adults.
$6 for adults, $5 for seniors, and I think $4 for children.
Mhm.
And then we also do have a family group rate.
And there's a military
There's a military discount.
discount. There's also memberships.
Right, we do offer memberships.
And our membership puts you in a kind of a membership of a group of museums. And so your membership here allows you to get in free to other museums
that are also part of that group,
discounts in their gift shop.
as well as ours.
Yeah, as well as ours. So there's a little benefit to that.
There's different levels also, so.
Mhm. Yeah, so and we are open Tuesday through Sunday from 10 to 5.
Yep.
So
The only times we're closed are Thanksgiving Day and Christmas Day, unless inclement weather,
right,
know.
right. That's happened.
Yeah.
A couple of times.
a few times.
Parking lot full of ice and snow.
It does prohibit one
Yeah,
from coming
yes,
to
it
work.
does. So, during the year, we have special events. In April, I think, is April when the Cowboy and Cobbler Throwdown
Yes.
happens? Okay, so that one's already passed for this year, but have we got some things coming up
We
for
have
you?
stuff going on now.
Right, well,
Our free family art Mondays are going on now.
exactly. That's from 2 to 4 every Monday afternoon under that portico that we're
Mhm.
talking about, no charge.
That's
Bring
right.
the whole family, as many kids as you've got,
We
bring the
do.
neighborhood.
Usually around 3 art projects each Monday. And the museum, of course, is not open on the Mondays, but
Right.
out front, we're out there. Come on out and see us.
Yeah, it's super fun. Come and go from
Yeah.
2 to 4. You just come and do your art projects, do 1, 2, all of them, whatever you want to do. We just started, yeah. Oh, yeah. And this summer, you have you get a little passport.
Yeah.
And each week is
A different country.
art kind of focusing on a different location around the world. And you get a little stamp in your passport
Mhm.
and.
I think we did South America last week. didn't we?
Okay, I think so,
On Monday.
yes,
Yesterday,
yes.
yeah.
And so anyway, it's
Super fun.
very fun. Yeah, we've got a great
All
thing
ages.
going on. Shout out to Bailey on that
That's
little
right.
passport
She's kind of
idea.
behind the scenes.
Coming up next month, July 24th, National Day of the Cowboy.
That's always a fun day.
Yeah, our
Flag mission.
annual celebration. In August, we're on August 28th, we're going to have a Western Spirit Day. Now that's something we're kind of bringing back.
Mhm.
Haven't had one of those in a few years. So we'll be sharing details, and there's information on our website, which we'll also include in the comment section. And then in November, our second annual Raining in the Arts on November the 6th. So put those dates on your calendar, and
That's right.
we'll, like I said, we'll be giving you more information about all of that. Skip Rowell.
Mhm. He's our featured artist right now in our
And
Garris Gallery.
through the end of the month.
Mhm.
And then Joe Don Brave is going to be coming in July, and he'll be setting up his art in our featured exhibit room. So that's going to be
Here through
great.
September.
This coming Sunday is Senior Sunday.
That's
So
right.
senior adults, you get in free.
55 or older.
Girl, I'm not going to say. My husband would get in free. Okay, I would too. I get in
Well,
free.
you know.
Yeah. So that, I mean, that's a thing. Be watching for, is that like a monthly
Mhm. Second
Um,
Sunday, I believe, of each month.
of each month? Okay, so seniors, mark your calendars and come on in on the second Sunday. Enjoy a free
That's
afternoon
right.
or morning. We open at 10 on
Mhm.
Sunday. So we have our Garris Gallery of Western Art. Let me make sure you guys can see. Here's Geronimo over here. We have just
Glorious collection.
yes, we do. And we have redone, if you haven't been here in a while, if you haven't been here since the pandemic,
Mhm.
then you are missing out, because we have redone
Totally
our
redone.
gallery. It is beautiful. The
Colorful.
lighting is just fantastic. The way the art is hung
It's
and
the flow of
the-
it.
yeah, it's really, we have just really stepped it up, and you really feel like you are experiencing an art gallery of notoriety. I guess I'm just thinking of, I mean, it's just really so great. So be sure and come by and see that. It's part that you don't want to miss. Of course, our two theaters, the
Kids always love the theaters.
absolutely, the theaters are a must.
Mhm.
We have our Experience Theater, which is
Campfire.
a movie about life on the Chisholm
Yeah.
Trail.
Shows you all about the Cowboys' day in
Mhm.
life on the
Yeah,
trail.
and just a hint, the word experience is included because it's not just watching the movie, it's experiencing.
You live the movie.
The movie, that's right, you live it. You come out
You come
smelling
out
like
dusty.
a horse. Okay,
Smell
maybe
like
it's
a horse.
not that extreme, but you know what I'm saying. Campfire Theater, where Jesse Chisholm and Tex have a good
Or
conversation.
animatronics.
Yeah,
It's
it's really high quality.
Yeah,
It's a high
it
quality
is.
theater.
It is.
And then we have an interactive area where there are very
All
fun
kinds of
things
things.
for the family to enjoy.
There's information, there's interactive, there's
You can try your hand
lassoing.
at lassoing, a
Checkers.
longhorn, yeah, a general store where you
Chicken
can use your imagination
Yeah.
and shop and,
people of all ages just get into it.
yes, they
I
do.
just love seeing older people out there just lassoing it up and playing in
Right,
the store.
right.
It's not just for kids.
And there are a lot of people who might have something to say to you when you're walking around
Mhm.
or pulling or
Certain things.
yeah, lifting or whatever. So you want to be sure and check out every
square
part,
inch.
every part of
That's
it.
right.
And if you're a kid who's a grown up now and you came here when you were younger, I'm just gonna say beans again. You know exactly what I'm talking about. The general store is part of that exhibit. Life Along the Trail just gives you a lot of information.
information.
And then there's some folks on the trail. Well, I guess the life along the trail, that's the
The animals, the animal
exhibit,
diorama.
which is very informative, very, it
There's a lot of
includes
There's
all.
a broad spectrum of animals,
Yes,
if you would.
There
A lot.
are a lot.
Everything from birds to bison.
Right,
So
right, yeah. We could fill a whole zoo if they were alive.
I know.
I'll just say
we
that.
know the place to put the zoo.
Yeah, they are very friendly toward each other, though. We never have any fights
There's
out
never
there.
any fights. We don't have to feed them
They're
anything.
a good-natured bunch, I tell
Mm-hmm.
you. The folks on the trail, you can hear
Kind of
some.
an interactive way to find information out.
Mhm, yeah, some people who would have been living back then share their stories. So
Right.
that's a great part. And then if coming on a day trip with your family isn't going to work out, teachers, school
Educators.
administration, educators, listen,
Summer camps.
summer camp, daycare, homeschool.
That's right.
We have field trips.
We have an education
Ed-
program.
Yes, and our education program is top tier.
We
I'll
are
just-
great expectation model.
Yes, a model school. Mary and I are certified, great
certified.
expectations teachers.
I know sometimes it makes it seem.
Yeah, and if that doesn't mean anything to you, ask around because we really do.
We are actually the only model school that's not a typical school.
Yes, and because of COVID, we were forced to think outside the box, and so we don't just do field trips that come here. If you live too far away, but you want to experience an educational program,
That's right.
we do Zoom teaching lessons
Exactly.
too.
And we incorporate the standards of
Yes,
education as well.
and we mail an art project to you so your students can experience the
something
art
to-
as well.
To remember their field trip by.
Mhm. Yeah, so we can meet your needs.
Mhm.
Title I schools can apply for some, they can attend for free.
That's right, for free. They
Yeah,
don't
you,
have
or
to
you
even-
can, you can apply to attend for free, and there's also money to pay
Reimbursement.
reimbursement for
For
the bus
travel.
driver, gas and that sort of thing. So,
But apply early because they do go fast.
yes, and I guess what the message behind that is, we want to broaden the education experience for your children.
We want to share all of our information with everybody else.
Exactly. So if you are interested in that at any level, contact Leah here at the Chisholm Trail Heritage Center and find out from her firsthand
we
if
do.
there is what we can do to
No
meet your
age
educational
group
needs.
is, we can handle any age group pretty much.
Right. I've got one more thing to share here. So 1 week from today will be our drawing for the Father's Day gift. The skip rowel, I'm gonna pull this out gently. I kind of shoved it down in there. Yeah. So here is the knife. Can you see that there, Tina? It is beautiful handmade handle, probably out of a horn. He has carved an oak leaf and acorns on the handle. He forged the steel blade himself. It has his
beautiful
name on
knife.
it. It is a beautiful knife. He made the sheath also, and has the matching oak leaf and acorns on it. This is, you can attach it to your belt, and the knife just fits nicely down in there. So you're probably wondering, how do I get this piece of art, AKA a real knife, for someone special? Well, this knife can be yours for free.
That's right.
You just come to the museum, but wait, that's not all. You just come here to the Chisholm Trail Heritage Center and tell the ladies at the front that you would like to see Skip Rowell's exhibit, and your name will be entered into a drawing. And 1 week from today, on the 16th of June, we are going to
Draw a winner.
draw a winner. And if you're smart, get in here and you can get that for your dad for Father's Day.
Just in time for Father's Day.
Yes, indeed. So be sure and come by and see us sometime this next week. Go check out Skip's exhibit, which is, I have to say, he is considered a master artist. He paints, he carves, scrimshaw, forges steel.
I don't know if there's anything he can't do.
I know, I really feel like, you'll walk away from here a little bit in awe at what you've seen. I just have to say, he has mammoth tusks. I get so hung up
The
on
ostrich egg.
Yeah, I'm so many great pieces back there, and everything is for sale. And so come by and see, there are a lot of other knives that he has here, jewelry, small scrimshaw pieces, large, there are paintings, there are like moose antlers that have been carved. It's just
it's amazing to
it
see.
really
Some of
is.
them are just so intricate that, I mean, the tool that he used is like the size of a toothpick,
right.
and the amount of detail, a magnifying glass. I mean,
Yes,
it's
true.
beautiful.
And we
work.
do have magnifying glass. And if you just want to come and appreciate some art by someone who's from
I know,
Oklahoma.
and this is not stuff you see every day. This
Yeah,
is not something you find in every museum.
Yeah, come by, get your name in there. And he's only here till the end of the month. So
That's right.
don't let that time get away from you.
Come on in.
Yeah. And this is the only trail talk we're having this week. Next week, tomorrow we won't be here, but next Wednesday, the day we're doing the drawing, we will be back. We're going to talk about trees in Oklahoma. And I know it sounds like a bit of a snoozer, like sawing logs. That just came to me. Don't do that. We're going to make it interesting. Yeah. Yeah.
We're always fun.
Exactly. We'll make it interesting for sure. So join us next week, and it's time, guys. We'll see you then. Happy trails. Bye-bye.